They were too fast for their own good. Machines that shattered records, and then got shut down. From Japan's legendary Nissan GT-R, silenced after humiliating supercars twice its price, to the Toyota Supra, outlawed in multiple regions after tuners pushed it beyond 1,000 horsepower. And a Bugatti so powerful, professionals literally refused to let it touch public roads. These aren't mythic prototypes or secret race cars. They were street-legal monsters that got banned, recalled, or restricted for being too dangerous, too loud, or too unstoppable. So buckle up. Because today, we're counting down 10 cars that were banned after breaking speed records. And some of them were never meant to exist again. 10. Nissan GT-R R34, the Godzilla that got grounded. In Japan, it was called Godzilla. In America, it was illegal. The 1999 Nissan GT-R R34 became the ultimate forbidden fruit. Powered by a twin-turbo RB26 DETT straight-six, officially rated at 276 horsepower. But in truth, it produced closer to 330. It destroyed Ferraris and Porsches in street races and time attacks. And that's exactly why the US banned it. Not for emissions, not for safety, but because it was too advanced for the time. The R34's Atessa ETS all-wheel drive system and active yaw control gave it supernatural grip, technology American regulations simply hadn't accounted for. After a handful were illegally imported, the Department of Transportation seized and crushed them. Literally destroyed legends, under federal order. But that only made it more iconic. The R34 didn't just break speed records. It broke hearts. Next on the list? A car so fast, even Japan's own police tried to stop it from being sold. 9. Toyota Supra 4 Malawian Kwaches, the car that beat its creator. When Toyota built the 1994 Supra 4 Malawian Kwaches, they didn't realize they'd created a monster. Twin-turbo, rear-wheel drive, and built around the bulletproof 2JZ GTE engine. This car became the ultimate tuner weapon. It wasn't banned at first. It was worshipped. But after street tuners started pushing it past 1,000 horsepower, and running illegal top-speed runs that hit over 190 miles per hour, Japan's team stepped in. Under the gentleman's agreement, Japanese automakers were forced to cap power at 276 HP, and top speed was electronically limited to 180 km per hour. The Supra broke both rules, repeatedly. So Toyota pulled the plug. By 2002, production ended, and the 4 Malawian Kwaches was gone. Its legend lived on in illegal racing scenes, Fast and Furious, and underground dyno runs. A car that refused to obey its limits. And paid the price. But if the Supra was the outlaw, this next one was the devil himself. 8. Dodge Challenger SRT Demon, too powerful for the streets. When Dodge unleashed the Challenger SRT Demon in 2018, they didn't just build a muscle car. They built a drag strip nuke. 840 horsepower. 0 to 60 in 2.3 seconds. The first production car to ever lift its front wheels off the ground under acceleration. It was so fast, the NHRA, National Hot Rod Association, banned it from official drag races. Because it didn't have the required safety cage or parachute. Yes, a factory-built car was banned from racing because it was too fast to be legal on the strip. And on public roads? Insurance companies refused to cover it. Its tires were too soft, its suspension too extreme. And its launch control could literally void your warranty if misused. The Demon wasn't a car. It was a statement. That raw American power still scared the establishment. And that's exactly why Dodge made only 3,300 units. Then said, never again. But what happens when a car breaks records without even being sold to the public? Let's go to number 7. 7. Bugatti Chiron Super Sport 300 Plus, the car that broke the world. In 2019, Bugatti did the unthinkable. They took the already insane Chiron, modified it with a longer tail, new aerodynamics, and an 8-liter, quad-turbo W16 engine, and pushed it to 304.77 miles per hour. A new world record. But here's the twist. That car was banned from being sold as is. The record-breaking prototype wasn't road legal. It didn't meet safety and tire certification for consumer sale. Even the production version, the 300 Plus, was electronically limited to 273 miles per hour. Because at full speed, the tires would literally disintegrate. Professionals across Europe refused to register it without limits. Bugatti had to detune the world's fastest car to make it safe. In other words, the world's fastest car was too fast for the world. But our next car wasn't banned for speed alone. It was banned for being a threat to power itself. 6. Tesla Model S Plaid, speed meets regulation. Electric cars were supposed to be quiet, safe, and predictable. Then came the Tesla Model S Plaid. A silent assassin with over 1,020 horsepower, 0 to 60 in 1.99 seconds, and a top speed near 200 miles per hour. It wasn't just faster than Ferraris, it embarrassed them. But professionals weren't laughing. The Model S Plaid faced temporary bans and recalls in Europe and China. Not for emissions, but for its autonomous driving systems and unregulated acceleration modes. In some regions, Plaid deliveries were halted until Tesla added new software restrictions on torque output and top speed. Even drag strips required special approval before allowing it to compete. It wasn't banned because it broke the law. It was banned because it broke physics. The future of speed had arrived. And regulators were scrambling to keep up. But if you think that's extreme, wait till you see the 5 cars ahead. These next machines weren't just fast. They were erased from the streets entirely. 5. McLaren Speedtail, too fast for the streets. Some cars look futuristic. The McLaren Speedtail is the future, trapped in a world that wasn't ready. A 1,035 horsepower hybrid hypercar, inspired by the legendary McLaren F1. It could reach 250 miles per hour, faster than almost any production car on Earth. But here's the problem. It's too advanced for US roads. Because of its central driving position, lack of side mirrors, and non-compliant safety systems, the Speedtail was banned from public registration in America. You could import one, but only under the show or display law, meaning it could be driven only 2,500 miles a year, strictly for exhibition. So yes, one of the world's most beautiful hypercars was reduced to a museum piece. McLaren didn't care. They only made 106 units, each costing $2.2 million, and they sold out before production even began. Because when you own a Speedtail, you don't drive it to make a statement. You drive it to rewrite physics. But McLaren wasn't the only one punished for pushing limits. Our next car was banned for being too good at being bad. 4. Koenigsegg Jesko Absolut. Sweden isn't known for rebellion. But Christian von Koenigsegg built an empire on it. The Jesko Absolut is his masterpiece, a hypercar engineered to be the fastest car ever built. Its twin-turbo V8 produces 1,600 horsepower on E85 fuel, and the body was sculpted for one purpose: brake 330 miles per hour. But here's the twist. The Jesko Absolut was never allowed to attempt it. Why? Because no test track or legal public road in the world would permit a verified top speed run at that velocity. Insurance? Impossible. Testers' approval? Denied. Even Koenigsegg admitted, we have the power, but the world isn't ready. The Jesko Absolut's unrestricted potential became its prison. A car built to destroy limits. Now limited by the world itself. But some bans weren't about power or safety. They were about something deeper. Control. 3. Porsche 911 GT2 RS. Banned by its own country. Germany gave us the Autobahn, no speed limits, no mercy. So it's ironic that one of Germany's fastest cars was banned in parts of Germany itself. The Porsche 911 GT2 RS is a road-legal race car with 700 horsepower, capable of 211 miles per hour and 0 to 60 in 2.7 seconds. But its modified variants, especially the Manthey Racing Edition, were restricted from some European roads after repeated incidents where owners lost control at extreme speeds. Regional authorities declared it unsafe for standard road use, without special tires, inspection, and certification. In Portugal and parts of France, insurance agencies refused coverage altogether. Essentially, the GT2 RS was banned by bureaucracy. Even Porsche warned owners, this is not a car for ordinary drivers. The result? The GT2 RS became both a legend and a liability. But while Porsche's beast was contained by policy, the next car was banned because it mocked an entire system. 2. Hennessy Venom GT, the record they tried to erase. February 14, 2014, NASA's Kennedy Space Center. The Hennessy Venom GT, a car built in Texas, ripped down the runway and hit 270.49 miles per hour. It should have been the world record. But it wasn't. Guinness refused to recognize it. Because the Venom only ran in one direction, not both ways. And since only 13 cars were ever built, it didn't qualify as a production car by FIA standards. So despite being faster than the Bugatti Veyron Supersport, the Venom GT was banned from claiming the title. A record-breaking car? Officially erased. But that didn't stop it from becoming a cult legend. The car that beat Bugatti but was never allowed to prove it. And that brings us to the final car. The most banned. The most powerful. The one that crossed the line between speed and insanity. 1. SSC Tuatara. The car that lied to the world. When the SSC Tuatara was unveiled, it promised the impossible. 331 miles per hour, faster than any car in human history. The internet exploded. The footage looked real. But then, the math didn't add up. After days of analysis, engineers and journalists discovered inconsistencies in GPS data, frame rates, and speed telemetry. The record was debunked. And SSC's reputation imploded overnight. The company later admitted errors, and several testers banned public high-speed runs from their highways after the controversy. The Tuatara's official test car was banned from multiple jurisdictions, and SSC's future tests had to be done under military supervision. The car wasn't banned for what it did. It was banned for what it claimed to do. A hypercar so fast it broke trust itself. 10 cars. 10 different kinds of rebellion. Each one pushing beyond what the world allowed. And each one punished for it. From the Supra's outlaw spirit, to the Chiron's record-breaking arrogance, and the Tuatara's deception. They all share the same truth. Every time humanity builds something faster, stronger, or braver, the world finds a way to slow it down. Because speed isn't just about numbers. It's about courage. And courage is always dangerous. These weren't cars that broke the law. They were cars that rewrote it.